look what we have here, a new map available called Giant's Shadow. Welcome back to Battlefield 1. Let's look at this new map, shall we? By the way, this map came out for everyone who pre-ordered and has the premium pass, which I just recently bought. And as soon as I started playing this map, I recognized it right away from the single player campaign, which is the part through mud and blood, where you play as a sniper first. You have to be kind of stealthy, and then later you actually have to learn how to take people out with a tank. And I really liked that single player mission. So this map looks very familiar to me right off the bat, and maybe to you too if you played the single player campaign. So the first thing I try to do is here just to play as support, which I have recently done a lot because I just love never to run out of ammo. And I'm using my Hewitt rifle here, which I recently unlocked and started to really love. But then I quickly realized that this map is just too wide open, and a lot of times enemies are too far away for me to take them out. And if I'm in a wide open field and an enemy sees me and I don't have a chance to take him out with a rifle like this or a gun like this, then I just don't even have a chance. So I later on actually switched to the scout class, and that wasn't such a bad thing because I'm still trying to rank up the scout class. I think I'm only like rank 5, and I want to get to rank 10 so I can unlock this final weapon for the scout and then be rank 10 with all classes. Well, the other classes are probably going to be higher by then, but still that's kind of like on my to-do list to just kind of rank up the scout. So this map is ideal to play scout on, and I can just imagine that there are going to be more and more scouts on this map, and medics of course, because the medic rifle are ideal too on this map. And I think any other gun is just not going to do as well unless you just kind of stick to the little villages on the outskirts and just stay put there with your shotgun or whatever you have, SMG. Or you just kind of hang out here in the middle where this big blimp crashed and where there are 2 flags. And actually the most action is anyway going on in the middle where this blimp is. I mean, I have spent more time in the middle of this map than in any other part of the map, which is crazy, but I guess that's how all Battlefield maps always are. The middle flag, the B flag is usually that flag, and here it's actually the C and the D flag. So while it's really awesome that they gave us a free map that everyone will have access to on December 20, they also made quite a lot of updates, and this update took me actually over 2 hours to do. I think it was 4 gigabyte, and I have super fast internet, so it's huge. So you can just imagine how much stuff they crammed into this update. So what I didn't really unlock yet, but what came with this web is a new support class gadget, which is a grenade crossbow. I have already seen people use it. I haven't used it, but I can't wait to try it out and see how it is. And what they also added is a new spectator mode where players will be able to join a live Battlefield 1 match as an observers, and observers can switch between first person and third person camera views of all players on the battlefield and get a bird's eye view of the action, or use free cam to fly through the map. So that's pretty cool if you want to do videos like that. Then they also added a new custom game option called Standard Issue Rifles. With this option toggled on, all classes are granted access to their faction standard issue rifle, and this rifle only. This option can be enabled or disabled with other weapon types to create a variety of experiences. And then they also balanced the shotguns, where they reduced the range for the buckshot variants of the M97 trench gun, Model 10A, and sawed-off shotgun, reducing the maximum one-hit kill distance. And that's really good because sometimes I was just like scratching my head, someone taking me out from like up on a hill with a shotgun, and I was like quite a distance away. And they adjusted the LMGs to perform much more consistent at close range and medium range. So that's really awesome for all of us who use LMGs a lot. And then they fixed some soldier movement, which includes fixing the inability to sprint out of crouch and prone in certain situations, and fixing issues with toggle zoom. And then they fixed some aim assist issues where they now require the player to be actively giving aim input in order to get aim assistance. Then they fixed some vehicle deployment issues where they addressed the problem of spawning as a tanker pilot or cavalry soldier without your mount. Yes, I made a video about this already. Then they fixed a land chip issue where the biggest change was the ability to allow teammates to spawn into the land ship directly like they do the heavy tank today. And it did several fixes and adjustments to the air vehicles where, for example, the fighter airplanes now have slightly higher damage to their MGs overall, and bombers take more damage from MGs specifically, but there's a lot more to that. And then they did a change to line of sight where they added a head glitching style fix to vehicles that prevent players from shooting over objects that block the weapon's line of sight. That's always a good thing, because that can be very, very frustrating. And then mortars, which I have struggled recently with because I wanted to complete a medal, and I found the mortars super inaccurate, so they fixed that too by reducing some of the inaccuracy. And then with syringes, they've added a short cooldown between syringe uses and added the ability to ignore the cooldown if near an ammo crate. And then they made some updates to the ammo and medical crates. Medic and support players should find it much more reliable and useful to deploy their large ammo and medical crates. I never saw an issue with that, so I don't know. I must have missed it, but I have no issues with the ammo and medical crates. But hey, anything that improves anything is always good for us, right? And then did various gun damage fixes, gun recoil fixes, and adjustments to animations and timing and so forth. And then they also made some changes to the hardcore mode, where now a large map is available for that mode. It's just like in the base game. And they made also some general updates and fixes, for example, on the maps Monte Grappa Suez, Ballroom Blitz, and Argonne Forest. They tweaked certain areas of the map where attackers had a very difficult time capturing specific sectors. They also fixed an issue where players could get team kills when killing an enemy who has joined on a friend in your team. Wow. So there were so many updates and fixes and, you know, stability, UI, audio, movement, everything. It's just absolutely crazy. Balancing of guns. There's a huge list of stuff, you know, that you can always look up on the internet if you're really interested. But there are some of them that I knew about, very few actually. And a lot of them that I didn't know. Some of them that are only PC related, some of them only Xbox related, of course, or PlayStation or whatever, or console related. And we never will know about it if we just play like this one platform. But what was the biggest pet peeve of mine was just the extremely long loading time between matches, or when you started up the game to, you know, wait for the very first match to play on that day. It just was so long that I really ended up going and washing my dishes or something while I was waiting for a game. And it just got really boring, because sometimes I was just like, God, I mean, it's such a waste of time. I just sit here for, you know, for 5 minutes for a match to load, which should take no longer than a minute to load. And it was just absolutely crazy. You know, that has nothing to do with the internet or anything, because everyone spawns at the same time. And I really hope that that has been fixed, because when I played last night, I only played this map. I played nothing but this map for a couple of hours, and I felt like right away that it was loading a lot faster between the matches, but it could have just been because I only played this one map. But I will find out soon enough. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I hope I see you next time when we play some more Battlefield 1 and talk about a different subject. Take care, happy gaming, bye bye!